Welcome to the Accessibility Guide channel, and today we are doing episode 18 of Making College PDFs Accessible. This episode is going to cover East Los Angeles College. This video is proudly sponsored by the Venngage Document Accessibility Suite. Create, remediate, and monitor all your documents. Now with that said, let's jump right in. East Los Angeles College is a college in Monterey Park, California, and has had an enrollment of up to 35,000 students. And as of this recording, is the largest California community college in our system. But let's see how they do on PDF accessibility. The first thing that I'm going to do is go to the search button, and we're gonna look for a PDF. And I tend to go with one of the first ones that I find. And right here we have an EOPS how-to brochure .pdf.pdf. Let's open it up. Oh boy. And let's go ahead and download this file. All right, we have our document. Let's go ahead and run through the accessibility guide method and find out if this document is accessible. So step one is to open up the tags panel. I'm going to open up the tags panel, and I need to get my floating head right. And one of the first things I'm noticing here is that this says it is a scanned document. So we might have some trouble here, and lo and behold, we definitely have some problems already. The very first tag inside of this content is a link tag. That is not correct. We then have a figure tag, P tags, and a list tag, H1 tag, and so on. This document definitely is going to need some help. All right, so step one is to check to see if our document has any tags. Let's move on to step two, walk the tags tree and review, and we've kind of already determined that it's gonna need some help. And so we're stuck on step three. We're gonna edit the tags to ensure correctness. Now, there's a couple of different things we can do, and I think what we're gonna do is use the auto tagger to kind of get it started. So to do that, we are going to prepare for accessibility and auto tag document. Now for me, I'm using the brand new version of Adobe Acrobat, and so I have the cloud-based AI for tagging. If you don't have this newest version of Acrobat, I don't recommend using this AI tool. And now in here, we can go through and begin to break down the document. So unfortunately, I need to move my floating head again, but right now this has a figure tag, and that's fine. It just makes it kind of difficult. And I've also realized that I think we're failing some color contrast. So let's just tackle this one thing at a time. I'm gonna right click the figure tag, select properties, and I'm going to change the actual text to say how to join EOPS. And then we're gonna select close. Now really, this should be live text, and we need to make it an H1 instead of giving it just alt text because of the flow of our other content. Let's see if we can get this as live text. I'm going to bring up the reading order tool, and it won't quite let me grab that. Let's see if we can right click. So I'm selecting the object, how to join EOPS. Let's right click it and select recognize text. Current page, recognize text. Okay, so it's really not letting us do this. Here's an advanced pro tip. I'm gonna go to edit, and we're gonna add some text on the page. I'm just gonna put it over here, and it's gonna say how to join EOPS. And I'm gonna drag it up to the top there, and then we're actually gonna match the color of the background. I do need to use my eyedropper tool. I'm gonna pull up the color contrast analyzer. Now this is like a really complicated way to get by this error. So I use my CCA tool, and I now have the hex code color for the font that I wanna change the color to. More colors. Let's do, oh my gosh, it's gonna make me type in my color palette. I believe it's RGB here. So we've got 255, 181, 166. 255, 181, and I forgot. 166. There we go. We're gonna select OK, and we just changed the font. Now what we need to do is actually tag this. So I'm gonna select all the text, go to the options panel, and select, I wanted to do create tag from selection, but it's not letting me. Let's try that again. Oh, I think because I have the edit window open. So now I can grab the text, now I can come over here and create tag from selection. And now I can actually, I'm gonna go ahead and artifact that figure tag, or the path, excuse me, and then I could change the figure tag to an H1, and then let's right click it, select properties, and we're gonna change the actual text to be how to join extended opportunities and program services. I think that's what EOPS stands for. And select close. All right, now we can move forward here. So what I've done is simply replace the text on the screen so I can make it a H1, and then I artifacted the how to join EOPS. So next we're going to go through this and update the tags. I'm changing step 1, submit an online application, to an H2. We then have a reference and a link and a figure tag. I don't think it's quite going to work this way though. I think what we need to do is change this up a little bit. We're going to have a figure tag first, and then we're gonna have the reference link name in there, and it has the form information in there. Let's go ahead and right click the reference tag, or is it the link tag? We might get in trouble here if we have too many nested alt text items. Let's right click the figure tag, select properties, and this is gonna say QR code which links to EOPS application, and then let's select close. I'm gonna open up the hyperlink and then hit Control C to copy, even though it does look like a dead link. Let's right click it, select properties, and then we're going to put the full URL. All right, now it's very likely this is gonna cause a flag here. I don't quite remember where I'm supposed to put the alt text for the link. It might be on the link tag or it might be on the figure tag. I just don't remember. We'll come back to this in a sec. All right, program requirements. This will be an H3 tag. And then we have what appears to be a bulleted list that is all jumbled up, and a funny figure tag that has a bunch of paths. Let's select all of those path elements. We're gonna right click them and change tag to artifact, select page OK, delete the figure tag. Now this is where I'm worried. Do you wanna know why? I'll tell you why, because this green looks like it could be failing. Let's use our eyedropper tool and select the green, and it's a big fat failure. So this green text does not pass color contrast requirements. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Let's select edit, and before we really get into this, we need to update this green, and we're gonna make it a dark green, and I'm gonna bring up the tool again and test. I don't know if this green's gonna work or not. It passes large text, so we're not quite there. We need a darker green, so let's make it darker. That one looks good. We'll select OK, and then let's take the other green while we're here, because whenever I apply this, it basically is going to create a lot of problems because of the way that the content is inlaid on the page. So I am updating the color of this green, select OK, and it's pretty painstaking. We have to manually do it for every one of these failures, but it's gonna come up if we don't. So we do need to change it to this dark green. This is like a very simple design thing that should have been caught before it was created. Because yeah, I mean, color contrast is such a basic accessibility requirement now. You don't really get any excuses anymore as far as I'm concerned. Looks like I missed one little letter there. Oh look, the font is different too. What the French toast? What is up with this? Very strange. All right, let's select OK. And boom shakalaka. Let me close that edit window. All right, now we've got a lot more stuff to do, because when we do that, it invalidates all of our list items. Isn't that fun? So now I get to come in here, select my L body tag, and we're going to highlight the text and create tag from selection. And we're gonna do it again. I'm gonna hold my control key and expand that list tag so I could jump in here and quickly get to the next part. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how much I dislike this document. It's a lot. Oh no, whoops. I misclicked. So select L body and then select the content you want to tag, select the options button, and then create tag from selection. Now we just need to do this about 100 more times, because when I changed the color, it kind of messed everything up. You know, matter of fact, I might just go back through and I should have checked the color first. Let's just go back and auto tag it, because it's gonna be faster to just auto tag it again and to refix my content with the color changes. So now we have the figure tag and my P tag. So this worked out. Now I can just right click artifact that image, delete the figure tag, change this to an H1, and then we can change our H2, and then let's do new tag. We're gonna have a P tag, and I'm almost positive, maybe it is link first. We'll do link first that contains the figure tag, and then let's open up the form, copy the link. Let's go into our link text, select properties, and see, this is where it's tricky, because we have alt text for images and alternate description for links. I'm gonna say QR code, which links to, and put the URL in there and select close. And I'm hoping that's gonna satisfy the needs here. All right, section tag, we've got an H3. And I don't love these random section tags, so I'm gonna cut my tags out of there. It's okay to have them once in a while, but sometimes they also just get in the way. And I like to have like a very clean tags panel. So I'm just gonna cut and paste my tags. And let's keep going. Step 2 is gonna be an H2. But you know, I didn't validate this list. Hang on, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. And see, now that I did that auto tag, the list items are way more better. So good for us. All new students, a figure tag. This figure doesn't add any extra stuff for us, so we're gonna right click it and change tag to artifact, select OK, and delete the figure tag. We've got the H2 tag. This questions should be H3, and I'm going to cut all of those tags, get them out of the section tag because they're really bugging me. I'm just gonna do it for the rest of them while I'm here. And I'm just flying through this using my keyboard shortcuts. Walking the tags tree with my arrow keys, doing Control X and Control V to cut and paste. And now I can go back to where I was, which was under step 3. And this heading 3 needs to come after the text. So we've got H2, paragraph, this paragraph needs to be moved after H3. So I'm adjusting the reading order right now. That's what I'm doing. So I'm doing step 3 and step 4 of the accessibility guide method at once, which is editing the tags to ensure they're correct and then also fixing the reading order. H2, paragraph tags, H3, paragraph reference, link. Again, I think that I don't need the reference tag, I need a P tag, but we'll see what happens. And then let's update the alt text. I'm taking the hyperlink that's currently there, gonna right click the link, select properties, and I'm going to say QR code, which links to, and put the full URL and select close. Then we've got another H2 tag. This one's a little funny. It's got, I need to take this contract word out of the span tag and move it into the H2 tag so that it's separated properly. We could then delete that empty span tag. We've got a figure tag, doesn't really add anything. I'm going to right click it, select change tag to artifact, artifact type page, select OK, delete the figure tag. And now we have this content. We'll make it a heading level 3. We've got a list element, 1, 2, 3, 4 list items. That looks fine. And then let's see, stage 4 is going to be an H2, our P tag, our random books here that we're going to right click the paths. So right click the path, change tag to artifact, select OK. And then we've got call us with a phone number. All right. So that is how you get it tagged. So step 5 is to set the metadata. Let's go ahead and save the file. We're going to go to menu, select document properties, select description, and this is where we can update our title. So we're gonna say, welcome to EOPS. And the author is gonna be the accessibility guy. And the subject is a flyer about joining the EOPS program from East Los Angeles College. And the keywords, everybody's got opinions about them. I just will sometimes copy the subject and the title. And then we need to select the advanced tab. Make sure our language is set to the proper language, which is English. And we can do other stuff like initial view. We can have the navigation tab open up with the Booksmark page if we wanted to. Magnification we could set, and we could change the document title or the file name to be displayed in the window options. Let's select OK. Now we're gonna check with our accessibility checkers. Let's check for accessibility, all pages, and let's see what we got in here. We will forever have logical reading order needs manual check and color contrast needs manual check. Tagged annotations failed. Uh-oh. And I'm not seeing them. Showing content panel. Oh, what the? There's some funky business in here. What? I guess this whole thing is linked, but I don't want that text to be linked. That's very strange. All right, well, let's see what we can do. Where was that text at? Is it this text? I'm going to delete the link from it. So I'm just right-clicking the words here and deleting the links. Then let's go to the tags panel, and I want to find that. It was questions, right? I think it's in H3. Oh yeah, these are all reference tags for some reason. How strange. Oh, we want to delete that one too. All right, right-click, delete. Perfect. Now I can come back in here, take all the contents and just drag them under the P tag. Let's right-click, paste child, and then we could delete these empty reference tags and the span tag. All right, so that's one of those that sometimes like, what a strange error, right? Let's check for accessibility again and see what happens. Alt text, figures need alternate text. Oh, the bullets. Right click, show in tags panel. So, oh, I see. Okay, what we can do in this example, we're just expanding the labels of this list item, and we're gonna add alt text. So I'm gonna open up the properties for that figure tag, and the actual text is gonna say bullet. I'm gonna Control C it, copy it. We're going to right click the figure tag, select properties, put in the actual text, right click figure properties, actual text paste, right click figure properties, actual text paste. Let's go back to the accessibility checker. Let's right click the first failure, select fix, and we're gonna say QR code, pencils, and QR code. So it does appear I need to have alt text for the link and the figure tag. We're gonna see what actually happens when we test here in the pack checker in just a moment. So let's do that now. Let's launch the PAC 2024 checker. Let's see what kind of trouble we get into. I'm going to drag my file into the checker, and wow, we have a whole bunch of problems. Do I want to go for WCAG or PDF UA? Let's do WCAG. Results in detail. All right, text alternatives. What do we got in here? Alternative description missing for an annotation. Somehow there's still an annotation on the word questions. Let's right click it and select delete. All right, now I think I got all of them out of there. Finally, let's go back into the pack tool. What's the next one? Info and relationships, font embedding. All right, we need to embed our font, and then we have contrast minimum failure. Oh yeah, this one's gonna be a failure because I'm essentially hiding the text, but let's just do one at a time. Let's just do one at a time before I get out of control here. Let's embed the font. I'm going to go to the pre-flight menu. Now I've got this little shortcut that I can open up my pre-flight menu. We're gonna select this wrench icon, and let's type the word font. And we want embed missing fonts, select fix, and select save. That embedded fonts for 3 objects. Now let's move on to that color contrast. So here's the problem. When I change it, the color, it's gonna mess it up. So we're gonna try something different. We're gonna try moving it in the content panel to be literally behind the image, but I gotta find it first. Where are you? Let's try this a different way. I'm gonna highlight the text, go to the options menu and show in tags. What do you mean it's not in the tags? It's right here in the tags. Let's right click it, show in content panel. And then this is where, I think if we just drag this all the way up in our content panel, we're gonna move it behind the object, and let's see if that does anything. We're gonna save the file. Watch it break everything, because that's how it rolls with dear old Shawnee. All right, let's test it again. We're getting closer. That didn't work. Our plan did not work. We're still failing. Contrast of text. All right, well, let's try this. Let's do edit, grab our text. Let's change it to black. Now let's save it. Though we gotta go back to the tags panel. Okay, it's still there. That's good. Let's try it again. I'm just curious if this works. I don't think it's gonna work, but we're getting creative. Yeah, so it did work. So I made the font black, and the trick is I moved the object behind the other object. So it's kind of like cheating, just a little bit, but it worked. So is that cheating? I don't know. Let's check out this compatible thing. Parsing, figure structure element, possible inappropriate use. Oh yeah, all right, let's find those pencils. You stinking pencils. Let's just artifact all this content. I don't care about it. Right click it, change tag to artifact, select page, and delete the figure tag, save the file. Just for good measure, let's run the accessibility checker in Acrobat one more time. All right, everything looks good. Let's open up the pack tool, and let's drag the file in. And we've got a WCAG compliant document. Now to make it PDF UA, we would simply add that PDF UA identifier, and we have a fully accessible PDF. And that concludes episode 18. If you made it all the way to the end with me, take a second to hit that like and subscribe button, or even better, share this video with a friend of yours. This particular document gets an accessibility guy score of 2 out of 10. There certainly was a lot of features that were missing, but it did have some tags inside of the tags panel, which means somebody tried to make an attempt to make it accessible. For me, that goes a long way, at least 2 bonus points. But otherwise, it's gonna be a 0 out of 10. We had font colors that failed, we had images of text, we had QR codes that weren't set up correctly. All in all, this just wasn't like a very good document. If you wanna find out how I can help you get accessible, or if you wanna join my exclusive community that contains self-paced courses and direct access to yours truly, you can check out the link in the description of this video. And as always, I could be your champion for inclusion. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.